It's Monday. You could swear it was just Monday. You blink, and somehow it's the end of the month. You blink again, and the year is almost gone. People keep telling you that time flies, and lately, it doesn't feel like a saying anymore. It feels like something is actually wrong with the clock. Here's the strange part. Time is not moving any faster. A week is still 7 days. An hour is still 60 minutes. Nothing about the actual speed of time has changed since you were a kid. And yet, when you were a kid, a single summer felt endless. Now, an entire year can disappear before you've even finished deciding what to do with it. So, if the clock hasn't changed, something inside you has. And once you understand what it is, you can actually do something about it. Start with a number. When you are 5 years old, 1 year is 1/5 of your entire life. It is a massive, unignorable slice of everything you have ever known. When you are 50, that same year is 1/50th. It is a sliver. The year didn't get shorter. Your life got longer, and every new year became a smaller and smaller piece of the whole. A philosopher named Paul Janet pointed this out over 100 years ago, and the psychologist William James built on it back in 1890. Your brain doesn't measure time against a clock. It measures each stretch of time against all the time you have already lived. So every year that passes gets weighed against a bigger pile of years, and every year it feels lighter, faster, smaller. This is why childhood feels enormous and adulthood feels like it is stuck on fast forward. Not because the days changed, because the fraction did. But the fraction is only half the answer. The other half is hiding in how your brain builds memories. And it's the half you can actually control. Think about the last long trip you took. The first week at a new job, somewhere you had never been before. While it was happening, it felt full, long even. But here's the trick your memory plays on you. When you look back on that same stretch of time now, it feels like it lasted forever. Meanwhile, the last 3 months of your normal routine, wake up, work, sleep, repeat, feel like they barely happened at all. Your brain does not record time evenly. It records change. New places, new faces, new problems, new feelings. These get written down in high detail. Your brain stamps them everywhere. And when you look back, all those stamps make the period feel long because there is so much to remember. But a repeated day, a day almost identical to the one before it, barely gets recorded at all. Your brain sees it, recognizes it, and quietly files it under same as yesterday. Nothing new to save. Think back to being a child for a second. Everything was a first. The first day of school, the first time you rode a bike, tasted something new, stayed up too late, got in trouble, fell in love with a song. Your brain was recording almost constantly because almost nothing had happened to you yet. That is why a single childhood summer can feel longer in your memory than an entire year of your 30s. It wasn't a longer summer. It was a summer your brain refused to stop writing down. A neuroscientist named David Eagleman spent years chasing this. He wanted to know if time actually slows down in a frightening moment, the way people always describe it. So he did something slightly insane. He had volunteers fall backwards off a tower in a controlled drop over 100 feet down, and he measured whether they could truly see faster during the fall. They couldn't. Time did not actually slow down for them, but every one of them swore that it had. And here is why. During those terrifying seconds, their brains recorded everything in extreme detail. So when they looked back, all that dense memory made a 3-second fall feel far longer than 3 seconds. That is the secret to the whole thing. Your sense of how long a period of time lasted is not built from the clock on the wall. It is built from how much of it you remember. More memories, longer. Fewer memories, shorter. And a life made of identical Mondays gives your brain almost nothing worth saving. This is why the years are collapsing on you. Not because you are older, because you are on autopilot. The commute you don't even notice anymore. The lunch you eat at the same desk. The weekend that looks exactly like last weekend. Your brain has stopped taking notes because you stopped handing it anything new to write down. There is even a name for the flip side of this. Psychologists call it the holiday paradox. A week away in a new city feels quick while you are living it, and then enormous when you look back on it. A week of ordinary routine feels normal while you are living it, and then vanishes completely when you look back. The same 7 days, 2 completely different lengths, decided entirely by how much your brain bothered to record. And it goes one layer deeper still. An engineer named Adrian Bejan proposed something in 2019 that stacks right on top of all this. He argued that as you age, your brain physically processes images more slowly. As a child, you take in a flood of mental snapshots every second, the world arriving fast and sharp and detailed. As you get older, that rate slows down. Fewer snapshots per second means fewer reference points, and fewer reference points means the world outside seems to be rushing past you faster and faster. Time feels quick because you are, in a sense, taking fewer pictures of it. So now you know what is actually happening. It was never time speeding up. It is a shrinking fraction, a brain that stopped recording, and a mind taking fewer and fewer snapshots. Three forces, all pushing in the same direction, all working together to make your life feel like it is slipping straight through your fingers. But every single one of those forces has the same weakness. And it comes down to one word: novelty. Your brain measures your life in memories, and it only builds strong memories out of things that are new, which means the tools to slow time back down are not mystical or complicated. They are almost stupidly simple. Do something you have never done before. Take a different road home tonight. Say yes to the thing you would normally turn down. Learn something that makes you slightly uncomfortable. Go somewhere your brain has no file for yet. Every first time forces your brain to start recording again, and a recording brain stretches time right back out. You don't need to quit your job or fly across the world to do it either. Novelty is not about scale, it is about attention. Cook a dish you have never made. Sit in a different seat. Call the person you keep meaning to call. Put your phone down and actually watch the sky change color once. Small firsts count because your brain does not measure how big the new thing was. It only notices that it was new. This is why 1 week of real travel can feel longer than 2 months chained to your desk. It is why a year full of firsts feels rich and slow, and the year of copy-pasted days evaporates the second it ends. The people who reach the end feeling like they lived a long, full life are almost never the ones who were handed more hours. They are the ones who filled the hours they had with things actually worth remembering. And here is the cruel irony buried in it. Comfort is the enemy. The more your life smooths itself into a routine you never have to think about, the faster it quietly disappears. Safety feels wonderful and reads to your brain as empty. Your brain rewards you for the familiar, and then it deletes it behind your back. So the next time you feel that jolt, the one where you cannot believe it is already Monday, already summer, already another whole year gone, don't take it as proof that time is winning. Take it as a message. Your brain is telling you it has run out of new things to write down. You can change that, starting today. Not with more hours, nobody can buy those, but with more moments your brain decides are worth keeping. Break one pattern this week. Feel one thing you have not let yourself feel in a long time. Hand your memory something it has never seen before. Time was never speeding up on you. You just slowly stopped giving it anything to hold on to. And the moment you start again, the clock begins to stretch right back out, one brand new memory at a time.